Let's rev it up! Because I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help!
What's up, guys? This is Dirty Yugi from Dirty Yugi and the Boys, and today I'm bringing you with my Lyrilusc Tri-brigade deck profile. I've been playing this at locals. Unfortunately, I never went undefeated. I've gone X1. What feels like every time. I like the deck a lot. I think the deck's very good. It's arguably the best deck. My list isn't the standard normal list. I feel like there's not one correct way to play this deck. I feel like there's so many variations in the deck that you can play. This is just my take on it. Before we get into the profile, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And then, yeah, let's just get into it. Let's not waste your time. So, we're obviously going with 3 Warbler, 3 Cobalt Sparrow, and then 2 Solar Forest Swallow, 2 Barrel Canary, and then 1 Wagtail. I like this lineup a lot. I think this might be the optimal lineup. A lot of people play this at 1. I don't trust it at 1. I actually like opening this card because when you open it, when you have combo, it lets you add cards to your hand for next turn. And then I know some people play 3 of this, and I almost agree with it. This card is okay. It doesn't come up as often as I would like it to, but yeah, it's still very, very good. And then 3 Fractal, 3 Nerval, 1 Kit, 1 Karis. It's the standard. One thing is I don't play Oath, so you can argue I can cut this. But I actually really like this card, having this card in the main deck anyways, even without Oath. Because when you open up like no birds, it allows you to play Tri-brigade still. It allows you to have everything. And that's the important part, to be honest. And then the 1 Karis is just the obvious extender. The Nerval's the best, and then Fractal, crazy god card. I play the Mist Valley Apion. The Link 3 it's so good because when you end on when you end on Robin with this, and then the Samorg Link pointing to it, I think it's crazy that they can't target the Robin. So it's just like they have to actually go into battle and deal with it, and if they do that, generally, like you're not worried about them breaking your board with like Zeus or anything. 3 Ash, 3 Nib. Yeah, I do play 3 Imper, which I can probably just show you now. So these are my these are my 9 hand traps. I love them. I love them a lot. I feel like Nib obviously conflicts with Warbler for when you're going second, but I think that sometimes when you nib your opponent and they just waste all their resources, then it's worth it. You might be a little slow to start or a little behind, but like when you nib them after they've gone a little crazy, it's just, I think the value is worth it. Ash is just how you stop Fusion Destiny, and Perma is just generically one of the best cards, I feel like. Spells, Tree Prosperity. You don't have to play this card. I play this card. I really like this card. I'm all about consistency. I build my decks with consistency. I try to put as much thought into my deck building as possible. Bird Call. Bird Call's Bird Call. It's the best card in the deck. Call by the Grave, 1 for 1, Reborn, Foolish, Tanky. I know some people cut this, and I understand why, because if you activate this card and then you search Fractal, and then they draw you, it's hard. I understand, but I also like 33. If they play 3, there's a 33% chance they open it, and if they open it, they just open it. They were gonna hard stop you anyway, and it means you didn't waste all your resources getting to there. Like, sure, if they kill you, then they just had it. But at the same time, if you play cards like Nib, then it's hard for them to kill you. So, like, I agree with the Tanky still. You play the common, because if it's an ulti, secret, super, or whatever, you won't draw it. So, that's the main deck. There's 40. The extra deck. So, I know I don't play Oath, so you're probably thinking, why do you play Tushireg? So, I play Tushireg because when you play through your original, like, bird cards, and then they out your bird cards, these 2 cards are what help you stay alive. Like, you can Fractal do something, and like let's say you make the first one, they out it, you can search the follow-up being another Tri-brigade card, and then you can summon the second one to kind of ensure game. Yeah, I know you might think, how often does it really come up? Like, I got Dark Ruler 3 times today, and like just having the first Shireg, and they're like, oh, neat, whatever, and then like summoning the second one's impactful. And then, like, sometimes during weird game states, if you draw pot, like, mid-duel, and you haven't really ran through your extra deck, you can always banish one. I done it one time and like regretted it, but like it's definitely something you can do. The one Farragut, Oath, Smorg, Almirage, obvious. Okay, so one thing I play 3 Recital. This card's just good. So you run through your first 2 during your turn 1 combo, and then the third one you can make because you search Barrel Canary, or if you open up good enough, you can search a second Barrel Canary for your follow-up for your next turn. So you can Barrel Canary, make this an attack position, search the other cards, attack. Your opponent takes damage too. And like you can OTK with this card because your opponent takes damage too. But like I said, it's mainly just for the follow-up. That's why I like it. Robin, the best. I think the second best card in the extra deck. It just like I said, when you have like this card pointing to it, then it can't be targeted, and then it's like loaded with 3 or 4. So it's like 2. It means they have to like actually go into battle and like actually just manually kill this thing. So it means like their board's less threatening. Assembled such a good card. A lot of people don't read this card, but once per turn, the other player's turn, you can attach 1 Xyz material from this card until the end of this turn. Lyrilusc monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. Also, you take no battle damage. Yeah, this card's crazy. A lot of people just don't know what this card does, and a lot of people don't use it correctly, and it's a little infuriating because like I'll watch people play and they'll just like they'll let all their stuff die, and I'm like, why'd you do that? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, read your card. They're like, oh, I didn't know I did that. I'm like, don't talk to me anymore. And then this package, yep, you have to play it. Unfortunate. This card's like so good. The fact that like they can out your whole board and still have to deal with this, and this can be a different problem on its own, because a lot of times this will survive, and then like they'll be like, okay, well, you out of the rest of the board, and I start my turn with this, and then like they're like, oh yeah, it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect, and when it negates something on field, it takes it. So it's just added resource. It's really good. Downer Zeus. I see a lot of people cutting this card. I understand why they cut it. But for me, it's just like sometimes like when you only have Barrel Canary, you only get to put like 2 materials under this, because sometimes you have to like do weird stuff by vanishing. And then so you have 2, 1, 2 attack. Then you can overlay this, and then you can overlay the Zeus, so it gives you the second send. So that's why you still have to play it. The side deck is just the side deck. I don't really need to show you. It's mainly made for my local scene. But yep, that's the deck. I definitely feel like this is a very strong version of the deck moving forward. There's not a lot I would change. I've played in quite a few locals. It's definitely the strongest deck I've played in a little while, and I've just been playing like pure try and stuff, deep E try, trying stuff out. But no, yeah, this deck's crazy. I really like it. I think it's very easy to, once you understand what the cards do, it's very easy to play. It's very fluid. It combos. It kind of gets repetitive a little bit, so I might try something else for a local or 2. But no, this deck's crazy. But all right, if you have anything to say about the deck, don't be afraid to leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you want to call me an idiot and be like, hey, your ratios are wrong or your math's wrong, like I'd love to talk about that type of stuff. I love that stuff. But yep, this is Dirty Yugi from Dirty Boys signing out. Have a good day.